Kris, hot tub time machine type game, something right out of the 1980s, but just a thought on, staying in the moment during an emotional roller coaster like tonight.
Yeah, there's no shortage of goals in this series so far, but, I was talking to players after the game how impressed I was, and it reminded me of last year just with, we're down with about 7 minutes left in almost a must-win game, and the composure on the bench, they stuck with it and kept on pushing, and a lot of credit to them sticking with it because there's definitely a time to hit panic button, but they didn't.
Vander Kane said for him it was night and day how he felt today after game one. He obviously made two huge plays and really kind of in a way impacts a game-winning goal by them reviewing it. Give me your thoughts on what you saw from him tonight and the areas that he was better and how he could maybe help you more moving forward.
Well, I think two guys really stepped up, and two guys that haven't played much. Like Evander hasn't played for about 10 months, and Frederick hasn't played for about 9 weeks. And I would say both of them, the first game that they returned, just okay, But, from game two, not that they made many mistakes or if any, whatever, but just a little bit slow in the play. But tonight, both of them were moving, making plays, getting there in time to finish some checks. And then Evander, of course, we've talked about what a factor that he can be in the series or in a game, like being able to finish checks. He had a couple big hits, and then obviously the 2 goals that he was a part of. Huge game from him.
Kris, just want to ask about, you had so many guys that were kind of hadn't played in a while coming into this series. I just want to get a thought on the importance of extending this series so these guys do find their legs, they find their win, they find their timing, and it looks like you're getting there. You guys were much better in game 3 than you were in the first 2 games.
Well, absolutely. Anytime you trail 2-0, you want to extend it as much as you can. But yeah, we knew that there was going to be some rust, those guys coming back. Klingberg, there's another guy that I mentioned, hadn't played very well and has given us 2 really good games, I believe. It's not easy not playing, not practicing, or practicing very little, and then coming into a NHL game playoff where the intensity is so high for the first series. But very, very happy with those guys, and hopefully, which I anticipate, they're just continuing to get better.
Kris, how do you feel Calvin played tonight, and will he be your guy on Sunday?
Yeah, Calvin again found a way to still get another victory. He's been doing that a lot in this in 2025, just finding ways to win. He made some really key saves in the third period. The 2 goals in the I'm just thinking of the power play goals that we gave up. Not much chance there. He doesn't see one. One's off our stick, but I thought Calvin was very solid.
And just to follow up, you're not saying at this point who's going to start?
No, we're gonna evaluate.
You started that answer with the word "yeah," so I wasn't sure if that's what you meant. Just clarifying. It's not 2 days of mayhem. Just in terms of trying to tidy things up because of all the the defensive miscues and such. You guys score enough to win tonight, but there were still some of those. Where are you at in how much more needs to be tidied up here moving forward?
Well, as much as I'd like to say that we'll never make a mistake and it's going to be so clean, that's not going to be the case. I thought it was much better than the first 2 games. There were still some things there, maybe we didn't need to give that up. Our reloads to give up an odd man rush was maybe a little slow. We were hanging around the offensive zone a little bit longer than we needed to. Again, our gaps from our defense, they could hold the line a little bit longer just so they're not getting those chances. The turnovers, I guess that's probably the biggest thing that was the improvement. I thought we broke the puck out pretty well. I think we've done it pretty well throughout the series, but just having 1 or 2 big mistakes, and I can't recall many of those tonight. Watching the video, I'll probably find some that I ignored, but I think our game is getting better.
Kris, 2 more power play goals by them, though. Does that obviously still need some work? It's 7 times that they've scored in 12, right?
The factor, the games 1 and 2, they beat us with more power play goals than we did. Tonight, we were able to score as many as they did. And we feel that our 5-on-5 play so far in this series has been adequate or good. We need to hopefully win those special teams battles. And, tonight, if we won, then it'd probably be a little more comfortable for us. But absolutely, we need to get better there.
So you score your first power play goal, 3 seconds, win the off. The second one, did you cross them up there? Were they waiting for the drop pass to McDavid?
Yeah, no, obviously it's a difficult situation for them. They're obviously concerned about the puck being in McDavid's hands, which is a great plan because you want to take it out of his hands as much as possible. Now it's up to the other guys on the ice to try and make a play, and tonight they were able to do that.
Kris, these two teams know each other so well, played each other the last 4 years, obviously. What do you make of these wild momentum swings? How can you explain this?
No, I can't, especially, two teams I think are, pretty mature, older, seen a lot of games. It's not like it's a young team where it's usually up and down emotions. So, I'm a little bit surprised that there is so much fluctuation of the game that there has been, but I don't know, just the way it's worked out.
Momentum's not supposed to shift from game to game, but is there anything you can take from these last 7 minutes that you can take to game 4 that will help you?
Well, just hopefully our guys are we're going to be down. We're going to handle adversity again in this series or next game or whenever it is. It's going to be soon. Just the fact that they can handle the belief that no matter what happens, they're going to stick with it. And, I loved our guys' effort tonight. We had a couple opportunities in second period to get a comfortable lead. We had a couple one goal post, and then they almost immediately scored after that. In the third period, I think maybe a minute or two before we ended up getting that tying goal, I think it was Arvidsson rang one off the goal post. I like that we can stick with it. So we're going to need that mentality going forward.